Hey there, this is Chad from Zombie Fight Shark. Welcome back. This is episode 24 of our Thor series. And in this, we've covered everything on the front. So if you're something on the front of the Thor that you haven't caught, backtrack to some previous episodes. We're covering what's on the back, all the routing on the back now, and we're to this modulation output option, and just like in the previous episode, this is very similar to your input, only you're sending it out to another device. And so, what I've just as a simple example, what I've created is I've got the global envelope going out into CV2 of another unit, and then the LFO2 going to CV1 down here, and then these you don't have to tell it to route anything. If you use CV1 through 4, you will have to go into here and specify that what you're routing out of the output. So let's say I want to route LFO2 out to CV1 out. So you have to tell it that you're doing that. Otherwise, nothing is coming out of these outputs here. This and just kind of to further this this metaphor, and I'll cover this a little bit more in the next episode, but I've used the audio inputs here, so I'm going out of here into here, and I'm kind of using it as a de facto mixer. And you can see audio in here to audio out, which is then routed into your combinator. You don't have to have the combinator to do what I did here. It just happens to be in a combinator. First, here's the patch as it is, and then I've routed the second one through it, and just to hear it by itself, I'll turn off the oscillators here. Kind of a noisy patch. When you combine it all, so it's kind of making a glorious noise here. And let me see if I can make a simpler patch that illustrates this a little bit easier. So hang on. So here's a real simple example where I've kind of taken out all the bells and whistles. So I've got global envelope going to CV1, and I've done the audio routing again just to use it as a mixer, just cause. And CV1 in to oscillator pitch. And so if you're looking at this global envelope here as you listen to this, so I'll add a little delay, so we should hear a short delay, and you can hear the pitch sweep up on the attack, holds for about a second, and then decays for a couple seconds and holds at the sustain. So one more time here we'll add. So now it's almost 3 seconds delay. 2, 3. Sweeps up to the hold, then decays, and then it's at the sustain. So yeah, that's a real basic example, but it's real easy to hear and understand what exactly is going on there. And so same deal with all this routing, all this CV routing. You can route anything, any which way you want. So leave me a comment if that doesn't make sense, or you'd like to hear more explanation to that. In the next episode, we're going to talk about this audio input section and how, if you want to, you just did an example of it, but if you want to use Thor as an effects unit, will be an example of using Thor as an effects unit in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.